I've always been under the impression that everyone moved on in the FNAF 6 fire with Henry burning it all down and everything ended there. But unfortunately, Henry failed. Ultimate Custom Night told us this very clearly, I just didn't realize it. Everyone's still here. And like, you could argue that maybe not everyone is, but it seems like everyone is still there. So there's a couple different lines I want you to listen to. First of all, we know the puppet's still here because...
I don't hate you, but you need to stay out of my way.
So she's just like, hey, stay out of my way, bud. She also mentions that...
The others are under my protection.
And so the fact that the puppet is bringing this up now implies that the spirits are still here. She wouldn't need to protect them if they were already gone. But the main inspiration for this video actually comes from the one you should not have killed, who speaks through Orville the elephant and gives us this line.
He tried to release you. He tried to release us. But I'm not gonna let that happen. I will hold you here. I will keep you here. No matter how many times they burn us.
So what the spirit is communicating here is essentially that Henry tried to release William so that he could go to hell. No more keeping the devil waiting. The spirit's saying that he tried to release us as well, but I won't let that happen because I will hold you here. I will keep you here personally tormenting you. You don't get to go to hell yet. You're not done. I'm not done with you. No matter how many times they burn us, I will keep you here. As long as there's something burning, you are staying here. I am tormenting you. That's exactly what the spirit is saying. And the problem with that is that this is at the expense of all the other spirits. Nobody gets to be released. Nobody's free. Nobody gets to give up their spirit. They're all still here, which brings me to another connection I want to make here, and maybe this is way out of context, but I can't help but think it. This writing on the wall in Ruin, that actually really intrigued me because it says, they're still here, which to me seems pretty explicit. It's like, who else would this be talking about? I suppose there are a few other characters that this could be referring to, like the Mimic kills some people in the epilogue, so it could be related to that. It could be the Floorbot, Souls. There's quite a few other options, I suppose, but I think it makes the most sense, especially since the Pizzaplex is literally built over the location of where all this happened. And if these characters from FNAF 6 are the ones that this is talking about specifically, where are they exactly? And so the answer to that question gets really difficult because it's like, well, which Fazbear frights are canon? Do you believe that all of them are canon? Some of them? Because that could answer like where some of those characters, like the puppet and the vengeful spirit, ended up, but it doesn't answer everything. Without Fazbear frights, you start off with Help Wanted, which comes after Ultimate Custom Night. So in a lot of ways, Help Wanted isn't ending the story, it's just continuing the story, and we're starting to find out like where these characters ended up. So like Princess Quest, clearly some spirit or something is the princess, and we also have Michael Afton's room in Security Breach for what seems like no reason at all. And if Helpy escaped the fire of FNAF 6 as well, then we have that ship that Circus Baby gave Michael, and we also have the Circus Baby plushies showing up in Ruin. So it's like, okay, are all these characters just like connected to the Vanny network? Are they in the arcade machines? Like, how is all this working? We also have the Tangle, so like a lot of characters could have like melted and merged into Tangle. I'm just throwing ideas out there because I don't really have the answers for some of this, but we do have really interesting things happening with some of these familiar characters. The Circus Baby plush are a classic. I'm just like, why is she here at all? And I think Cassie even says that. She's like, why are you here? Because she shouldn't be there. So just things like that, it's really interesting. And you could also be like, okay, well, Elizabeth's still here in some form because all the Circus Baby plushies that show up in Ruin. And so I suppose you could even make the case that Burntrap actually was whatever remained of William Afton, and it was just being brought back by Vanny. But since that plot's kind of over, and we're continuing on with Ruin and Cassie and Gregory and all this, what's the plan now? What's their goal? Where are all the characters? And that's possibly some of the questions that the game is diving into low-key. So I don't have the answers to how all that's playing out, but I think it could open up a lot of interesting theories for people, and it'd be really fun to hear some of those, so be sure to let me know if you've made a theory about any of that or what you speculate is going on now. But yeah, there's like so many things going on. It's really interesting. And I just think Security Breach didn't get a chance to shine like it was supposed to, so a lot of that story's kind of been buried under the confusion that Scott and Steelwool kind of had making the game. So I'm really hoping the next game that they make in the future of FNAF kind of put some more things together for us, because we still have a big mess we're trying to sort through. So to conclude, I really don't think this will be the last time we talk about this topic, but for now, I just thought thought this was something interesting to talk about because I always thought that everything was kind of solved for that first half of the FNAF story and that we're kind of on a new story now, but I don't really think that's the case. Like, these characters haven't moved on. But yeah, so there's just a lot of ways that you could take the story. And that's honestly all I got for now. Thanks for listening. Thanks for everyone subbing. It's very, very appreciated. And I'll talk to you later.